Evening, everyone. The time here is 7:25. We are now on September 20. Today is Sunday. My digital office open 7 days a week, 24 hours, 7 by 7:07. Now, Wilhelmina is live. Greeting to everyone in West Africa. Bonjour. In the Philippines, magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Visayas, Luzon, and Mindanao, mayong gabi sa inyong tanan. In Japanese, Ohayo gozaimashita. On Spanish, buenas tardes, amigos. It's an afternoon in Europe. Here in Australia, it's 7:26 in the evening, which is Sunday. Now, I'm here because I'm going to give the answer to all the buyers that I have interview offline, and how you can detect buyers that have no cash. When buyer asking C.I.F, it costs insurance and freight only, meaning to say the buyer has a deficiency of cash flow. Now, a while ago, I have a conference, a buyer from Sri Lanka. I would like to play so that the buyer and the seller would listen to this conversation, and I want you to give me your evaluation. Just a moment, I'm going to play. Then I would like to ask everyone an answer to this conversation. Listen very carefully, buyers, agent, and sellers. Okay?
Hello. Yeah.
Just a moment.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yes. But you're a woman, so Mado is a man or a woman? No, I'm a woman. Mado is a woman name. Ah, is it? Okay, Mado, how did you found Wilhelmina in the first place? Yeah, I found it from FB. Uh-huh. And what did you learn? And what?
Just a moment.
Advertisement. Actually, right now, what I want is I want 24 carats to here, 500 kgs as per first thing, first transaction. And but buyer is looking for you is like buyer has to get it to his door to C.I.F. And 100% C.I.F that you are paying shipment and taxes, and you have to send your stuff to here. And then buyer will check it out and he pay. That's why he can give you the bank guarantee. He can give you a loan, whatever the documentation necessary, but you have to send your goods to here. He's not going to pay anything other than the value of the cost. Oh, I see. So how long is your buyer searching for gold, Mado? Not much, 2-3 days. 2-3 days. So why he is looking for gold? What is the purpose of buying gold? He's having a jewelry in here. Oh, I see. So he owned a jewelry shop in Sri Lanka, is that right? No, his friend owned it. So yeah. So the gold, he wanted the gold to ship it to Sri Lanka in your country, is that correct? Yeah, because right now you can't do cash and carry. Oh, correct. So that's what he preferred the most, but right now I think you can't do cash and carry because of the situation. No, the payment must be bank to bank because of money laundering. You cannot carry cash. You're only allowed to carry $10,000. And you have to declare you have to declare that to your country that you are going for holiday, you are bringing $10,000 or something like that. Now, I think I explained that on my virtual page that we don't deal C.I.F. C.I.F cost insurance and freight. May I explain it thoroughly so that you will also understand that your buyer is buying money. He's a businessman and he owns a jewelry, And if I
Listen
walk
very
into
carefully,
his
Mr. Seller and Mr.
jewelry
Buyer.
shop, I want to buy
And I
gold
would like to
from
ask
him,
you questions.
24 carats. Do you think he's going to give me his gold without any payment? Do you think? Okay, so you are a mandate that you think you have to buy. You can't talk with this because what we have done business earlier is like all the mandates are talking. No, I'm not. I am the one who will say yes or no. I am the extension office. If I am the mandate, I will float around and running around and chase you. But I don't chase you. You come to me, to us. I am the extension office. I'm based in Australia. I handle sellers in Bamako Mali, Conakry, and Sierra Leone. I am the one who will reject the buyer. I am the one interviewing you. So if I don't... Okay, no problem with that. Yeah. What I'm asking you here is, will you be able to send us the goods, paying shipment and tax? No. Yes or no? No. Okay, because this is not for credit. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking you. A few seconds ago, if I walk into your buyer's shop, he owns a jewelry shop, and if I want to buy gold to him, asking him C.I.F, do you think he's going to give me C.I.F and send it to Australia? Do you think? Give me the answer. Yeah, that's how we have done the business all this time, so no problem with that. If you're not doing it, it's all fine. I'm going to go ahead with another sale. Well, go ahead, and I wish you good luck, and I hope, that kind of buyer is trying to leverage. Gold is money. No, actually, we have done the business before, so I know how he's, gold is, because he's not willing to...
Can you hear my conversation with the buyer's agent? Okay. Now, Mr. Buyer or Mr. Seller, I know you were being used by a foreigner. I am a foreigner, right? That is the reason why I'm hired by the company. May I explain to you why I'm very strict? Okay, just a moment. Someone is calling me. Why I'm very strict to everyone. I work for the company, and they hired me to handle sales and marketing on their behalf. So I have the obligation to interview you as a buyer or broker, to ask question whether you are capable to buy or not. Now, most of you asking C.I.F. C.I.F is stand for cost and insurance and freight only. This kind of buyer is a very dangerous. Why he is a dangerous? When the good arrive in the buyer's hand, buyer can reject and buyer can deny you. Mr. Seller, listen very carefully on every buyer. When the buyer asking C.I.F, he doesn't have the money. He's only can afford to pay taxes. That is normal. That is normal that buyer pay the valued added tax. That is normal. And you are buying money to make money. You have to pay the products plus valued added tax. Now, this buyer's agent, she doesn't understand this precious item. This precious item has a value, right? If you went to school and if you have an economic subject, supply and demand determine the price. Isn't that correct? So if the demand is high and we have the supply, the buyer has to pay for it. Because the buyer cannot function his business if he doesn't have the supply because of the demand. So his business is running out of supply. So his customer demanding him to make a jewelry because he has a shop. I'm talking about this buyer here in Sri Lanka. So that you, buyer's agent, you are being used by a buyer. You are. Your buyer wanting to buy gold on C.I.F, 100% C.I.F. And he doesn't have cash. He's going to use the gold to leverage. He is going. In order for him to make the different uses, because he's a jeweler owner. I don't know what he gonna do with the gold. He's looking for 24 carats. Can you hear the conversation that I have with his agent? Now I'm going to analyze my conversation so that you guys can understand that this is not for you. If you think that you can get the gold C.I.F, this is not for you. Gold is precious. The price of gold today, even though today is Sunday, right? The price of gold today is 62,706.49 on the world market. On 24 carats. This is 24 carats. This is refined. And this buyer's agent, she doesn't understand what she's doing. Okay? Now, this 62,706, it's already refined with this 24 carats called 99.99. Now, without a Dore bar, there would be no 24 carats. Without the Dore bar, there would be no gold bullion. Without Dore bar, there would be no jewelry. Without Dore bar, there would be no SIM card on this phone. Without the Dore bar, there would be no medical uses because gold has many uses. Now the Dore bar, produced by a miner, he is the producer and he is a depot. I'm going to explain to you guys so that you as a buyer as well understand. You are a trader, you have no idea what you are doing. You only think about profit. Believe me, you will never get gold from us. Now, you buy gold in order for you to make into different uses. Gold can make into gold coins. Gold can make into false teeth. Gold can make into jewelry. Gold can make into lighter. Gold can make into this box, jewelry box. Gold can make into lipstick. Yeah, this is made of gold. My seller give it to me. This is made of gold. Now, if you don't have the money, how could you buy this? This is lipstick made of gold with mirror. I'm just giving you an example and this one. All right? Now, you can buy this. This is already refined. You can buy this in Dubai. Cash. Okay? And this one, you can buy this on the shop. Cash. But this gold coming from the main producer. You got my point here? Now, you guys asking, I want to buy gold, madam. We don't want to pay the gold. We don't want to pay upfront. We want 100% C.I.F. Bring this to my country of destination. When the gold arrives in my country, I will pay you after the ASE. Now, may I give you the answer to the conversation that I have? Okay, if you watch the conversation again, I'm going to play again the conversation. The lady, she's asking 24 carats. The 24 carats, you can only get a 24 carats if you have the materials. You are buying a Dore bar to make into 24 carats. There is no 24 carats until you buy a Dore bar. The jewelry manufacturer knows how to make into 24 carats. Now, our purity of the gold is 96, 97, 98. Right? So there is a 22 pure of gold. Okay? The purity is 96, 97, 98. The carat is 22.54, which is 23 carats. You can only make into 24 when you purify it, when you refine it. And this lady from Sri Lanka, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't know. Now, Mr. Buyer, I think you are just wasting your time. You are. I am the extension office of the seller. I am the gatekeeper. That is the reason why I put everything. I am not chasing you, guys. Mr. Buyer, I am not chasing you. You are chasing the supply because your business would not function without the supply. My job is to tell the world we have the supply. My job is to tell the world to teach the buyer not to be duped. My job is to explain the carats and the purity and the destination and the mode of payment. That is the procedure. The procedure is we are selling gold to the real buyer, not a joker buyer. And I don't deal chain of broker as well. I have been interviewing a lot of chain of joker. I don't mind dealing with the buyer's mandate. That is business. Because sometimes the buyer lazy to find, so the buyer appointed an agent to outsource. The agent outsourced and the agent found Wilhelmina because I am the only person who put everything online. You can search gold on YouTube. You can search gold on Facebook. My page are everywhere and my pictures is everywhere. So we are transparent. So Mr. Buyer, you're asking for C.I.F. To me, you don't have the cash. You have a deficiency of cash flow. You cannot afford to pay the products, but you can only afford to pay shipping costs and insurance. We don't ask you to pay taxes. You pay the gold first plus valued added tax. We don't ask you upfront here. Why you gonna pay taxes and you have not seen the products? Why? Why you gonna pay taxes that you have not even inspected the gold? You have to inspect the gold first before you pay. You pay the products plus valued added tax. In Dubai, I was in Dubai recently. When I pay my hotel bills, there is always valued added tax. Plus, I don't have any complaint. Mhm. I'll give you an example. I walk into the hotel. Do you think the hotel will allow me to stay in the room without asking down payment, without asking my passport, without asking my Visa card deposit? Do you think the hotel will allow me to stay in the hotel without advance payment, without the guarantee? Do you think? Mhm. Do you think the taxi will allow me to ride the taxi if I don't have the cash to pay the taxi meters? Do you think the restaurant owner or the manager will allow me to eat on the restaurant without any payment? Do you think? Now I will turn back to gold. Do you think you can get the gold without any payment? Do you? So that is my answer to my conversation to this lady. There is no way you can get gold. That is the reason why you, Mr. Buyer, you were being deceived, and also the seller has been deceived. Now, how you gonna spot liars? How? I spot the liars already on my conversation. Yeah? The conversation that I have, I already spotted that the buyer is a liar. Why he can afford to pay taxes and why he cannot afford to pay the gold. To me, he's a liar. Mhm. What if the seller sell you $35,000? You as the buyer can also spot who is lying. Why the seller offer you $35,000? Why? So the seller is also lying to you. So there are two kinds of people: buyers, liars. Both are liars. Why they are liars? Mhm. The seller will sell to you on the cheap price. So he's lying to you. He's gonna lie to you that the price of gold is $35,000, but he did not tell you that there is value added tax. He didn't. So that seller is going to lie. He gonna tell you, okay, this is my price, $35,000. He wouldn't tell you that you have to pay the value added tax. He wouldn't tell you that there is a cost of shipping cost. He would not tell you that there is a cost of insurance. You have to pay, you have to insure the gold. And he would not tell you that there is a cost of, say, $100 on the country. So that the seller, he's going to lie. And when you arrive on that particular country, then there's a lot of surprises. That is a lie. Now, the buyer asking C.I.F is also a liar. Why? Why both buyers and sellers are lying each other? Because of profit. Because of profit. Now, Mr. Buyer, I think I mentioned that several times on my video. There are two kinds of people in this business. Liars and not liars. So the buyer would deceive the seller, and the seller would also deceive the buyer. Now, how? I'm going to explain to you. There was a gentleman, he was promised to send the gold to Dubai, and he was asked to pay taxes out of 4 kilos. Now, he was being offered $48,000. The gold is coming from Ghana. Now, that seller, he doesn't own the gold. Okay? And that seller is dealing with the chief. And the chief would not give his gold to the seller without any payment. So what happened? The chief, he stole the gold of the chief. The seller, he ran away, he stole the gold, and he brought it to Togo, and then he make an alibi. So that particular innocent buyer, he sent 17,000 out of 4 kilos. Can you imagine on $48,000? $48,000 times 4, that is $192,000. And that particular buyer, I'm not going to mention his name, okay? That particular buyer, he only sent 17,000 to pay taxes. Now in Ghana, the tax is times 7%. That is 13,440. Yes, he did send $17,000. So the tax is 13,440 on the 4 kilos or $192,000. Now, the gold was not sent to him. And then this buyer come to me for advice. Madam, I've been waiting for the gold for 3 weeks. What do you think? So he sent me the message. I'm going to read the message. Just a minute. And he asked me to analyze. And I told him, this is really ridiculous. I told him, okay, this is what he sent to me to analyze. Madam, I'm a victim of seller gold in Ghana. Okay, I would like to file a complaint against the illegal miners, Nana Minsa, Abrumpa, one of the illegal miners in Turkwa. Nana Minsa, whose company name is Daisre Mining Group, Dais Breed Mining Limited. Okay, he was introduced by our Ghanaian friend Edward Nasser, and Nana Minsa invited me to fly to Ghana to see and attach the invitation letter to get the visa on arrival. I paid the money to Nana Minsa, and the gold didn't arrive. So my analysis here, this seller, he doesn't own the gold. And he is pretending to be a seller, but the gold doesn't belong to him. That was situation, the gold was stolen. That is the reason why the seller make a lot of stories. So you can detect the lies there. You can spot who is going to lie, who is telling the truth, and who is lying. It's really very simple to detect liars. Very easy. Very easy. Now, Mr. Baya, it is your fault why you were being duped And Mr. Seller, it is also your fault why you offer very cheap, because you're hungry to sell and the buyer is also hungry to buy. What happened? Both of you are in disaster. Now, in our position, we don't chase buyer. Buyer come to us. My job is to tell the world that we have the supply. My job is to interview you whether you're a buyer or not. My job is to reject you. Mhm. Three things when you come to Wilhelmina for conference. Our full corporate offer is online. If you read it, if you click on the link, I would believe you're a buyer. And this lady from Sri Lanka, she didn't read it. When she saw me on the video that I was in West Africa, and she was excited. Don't be excited. Do not be excited to come to talk to me, because I'm telling you, if you're gonna ask C.I.F, you will be rejected. I would rather say to you, good luck. My answer is good luck. Very simple. When you come to Wilhelmina for conference on Skype or WhatsApp, introduce yourself properly. Dear Wilhelmina, I watch your video and I read your full corporate offer. Can you help us, Wilhelmina, to supply? Yes, we can, as long as you have the cash, as long you can afford to pay. Now, Mr. Buyer, I want you to read the full corporate offer, the requirements that you're gonna need when you take the gold out of the country. The requirement is very simple. After you watch this video, after you read the full corporate offer, you're gonna send Wilhelmina a letter of intent to purchase coming from you. I would not deal chain of joker broker. I wouldn't. It is very messy to deal with. If you're a buyer's mandate, okay, I will deal with it because your buyer is paying you. And I work for the seller. I am the gatekeeper. I'm very strict and I'm very brutal. I'm very tough. You know Wilhelmina from video to video, and I said we don't do C.I.F. This is F.O.B. So, Mr. Buyer, to get the supply, it's easy when you have the cash. It would be very difficult to get the supply if you don't have the cash. You have a deficiency of cash flow. Gold is cash business. Do you think my head office will ask the government to ask consignment to renew his mining license? To renew a mining license every year is $48,000 just to renew it, because that is normal that the seller is paying the license in order for the government to give this seller a permit to touch the soil to continue mining. Do you think my seller would ask the government as a consignment? Do you think that the government will allow my seller to touch the soil without renewing the license? Do you think? And do you think my seller can hire the workers without any wages? Do you think the worker will work to my seller's business without any payment weekly? Do you think? Now you as a buyer, you're asking C.I.F, do you think you will get this gold without any payment? My question is always, do you think? My answer, you will not get the gold. Do you think that my seller will trust you? My answer, no, we don't trust you. And if you don't trust us, the more Wilhelmina would not trust you. So my question is always, do you think you can afford? Do you think you have the cash available in your bank account to show the proof of fund that you are able to pay? Do you think that you have a business registration? Do you think you have an importation license? Do you think you can show us bank statement that you have a proof of fund in your bank account is standby? And do you think you are registered business? If you can answer my question, then we can do business. If you cannot answer my question, then therefore you don't have the cash. People asking C.I.F and standard letter of credit, you have a deficiency of cash flow. Do you understand what is the meaning of the standard letter of credit? It's a credit. You don't have available cash. You are going to go to the bank and apply for the facilities that you're going to apply for credit. But the bank would not release the money without the contract. Who is the seller? Why you ask for credit? What is the purpose of buying? Why you ask the credit? The bank will ask a lot of questions. You must remember. And the bank will scrutinize the seller. And where is the gold coming from? And who is the seller? Right. And the bank will ask the seller mining license. And the bank will ask the seller export license before you're gonna be approved with standard letter of credit. I'll give you an example. Mr. Buyer, I used to be in real estate many, many years ago, and I'm semi-retired. And the head office in Africa appointed Wilhelmina to handle sales and marketing. I was the one who introduced this. I was the one who patterned we Australians selling online. You can buy properties, you can buy funeral arrangement, you can buy insurance, you can buy massage chair, right? Buy online. I'm the one who introduced this. No such broker introducing and showing his or her face live. Nobody. You guys are scared to show your face. Now, in buying properties, whenever you are, whether in Dubai or Sri Lanka or in Australia or in America, you always inspect the product, the house, whether the house is 3 bedrooms, is square meters, and location, 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 right? Then you go to the bank to apply for a loan because you don't have $450,000 available in your bank account. But you have a pattern of savings. Maybe your savings have only $40,000 or $20,000. Because here in Australia, we don't entertain if you don't have a pattern of savings. Okay? I am a real estate agent here many, many years ago. Okay? When you come to our office, my question is, are you working? Yes, madam, I'm working. Are you married? Yes. Do you have any children? Yes. How many children you have? 3. Liability. When you have kids, it is already a liability. And are you working full-time? No, madam, it's part-time. Then I doubt you can borrow. And is your husband working full-time? Yes, so then you can borrow money. So you have to go to the bank to apply for the loan to buy $450,000 worth of house, right? So the bank will pre-approve that you are able to borrow because your husband is full-time and you have a part-time, but you have 3 kids liabilities. So you must remember, so think about it. I am giving you an example on how you're going to apply for a loan, on how you're going to apply for a standard letter of credit. Yes, you have a solid asset, but you don't have a liquid asset. Now, buying gold is a liquid asset. Yeah? And you don't have liquid asset to prove to us that you can afford to pay. So when you come to Wilhelmina will reject you. Very simple. My question is, how did you find Wilhelmina? On Facebook, madam, and YouTube. Okay. Did you really understand what you're reading? Not really, madam. Oh, I see. And how can I help you? Madam, we're buying gold C.I.F. Immediately, you're rejected. Why? You don't have the cash. and you didn't pay attention reading, and you didn't pay attention watching the video explanation. Reject. So you must remember, Mr. Agent, this lady from Sri Lanka. She said, I'm a broker. If I'm a broker, I will float around. Yeah? If I am a broker, I will float around chasing you guys. You're the one who chase us because we have the supply. There's a saying, supply and demand determine the price. So if you have a subject on economics, think about it. What is the meaning of supply and demand? So your business needs the supply, right? You have the customer. So the customer is demanding to order, but you don't have the supply. But we have the products. We are going to supply to you if you have the cash. If you don't have the cash, we are not going to supply. So there's a saying, supply and demand determine the price. Do you understand the economic way of doing business, Mr. Baya? Now, Mr. Baya, I think I already explained to you the price of gold today is 62,706.49. Our selling price is less 5%. Yes? This is not credit, Mr. Baya. This is not. You're going to burn your pocket. You're going to roam around and roaming around and roaming around until you become dupe. There's so many fake offer. Go for it. I want you to experience. Then you come back to Wilhelmina. Then you will regret. Last night I have a conference. A very rich guy. He is from Israel. I even advise him not to send money in Ethiopia. He was searching gold on YouTube and he found me. And he said to me, Madam, I have plenty of money, but I am not registered business. I said, no, you registered first your business. Then you apply for importation license. Maher, good evening. Thank you for watching my video. So during my conference with this Israel guy, he's very rich. He has no question, but he's not registered. So if I am hungry to sell to him, I'm going to sell, but I'm not going. I told him, I love to help you, but I rather advise you to register first your business and you get the license, importation license, because when you're going to bring that to Israel, you will be asked importation license because you are going to pay the importation duty. And we will export to you. My seller has an export license. So you buy the products, you pay the product plus valued added tax. So I told him our selling price is less 5%, but I would love to help you. You need to travel with Wilhelmina in order to assist you. Are you willing to pay my extra service in order to accompany you? You know what he said? Madam, I don't have any issue to pay you because I want a real business. I want to bring gold and diamond in Israel because we have a lot of order. So I told this Israel buyer, I want you to do the planning, and anybody offer you cheap price, don't grab it. He said he was being offered a lot. That is why he come to me, because he believed that we are transparent and he saw Wilhelmina. So I advise him that I rather advise you, do your plan, travel with me by January 2021, okay, and renew your passport as well because his passport has been expired. And he showed me he drive a luxury car, but I'm not excited with this luxury car. I'm not. And I told him I'm not excited. I would be excited when the transaction is successful because you would like to come back to us. You know what he said to me? Madam, I am hiring you to be my guide. I would not go anywhere, madam. Can you imagine that? If I am hungry, I'm going to say, okay, you buy. No, I didn't say that to him. I rather advise him in a nice way. So he was very happy. Yes, he's a very rich buyer. But I'm not excited. until I meet him on the ground. Yes, he said that he has a lot of buyers in Israel and diamond and gold. I said to him, relax. He doesn't have any issue to pay value-added tax. He doesn't have any issue to pay less 5%. He doesn't have any issue. That is business, he said. He doesn't have any issue to pay my extra service to come with him. He said that is normal. Because he's using my extra service. But you guys, you are just roaming around. To me, you're a joker. A buyer cannot afford to pay the gold to me, you're a bigger. Yes, you are a bigger. Why are you begging? Just imagine this is Sri Lankan person. He wanted the gold to deliver to Sri Lanka without knowing who he is. Reject. I told this lady and his buyer, good luck. Reject. It's very simple. Now, Mr. Buyer, our selling price is less 5%, you must remember. So do not confuse. You have to read it. Do not come to a minute, just say hi, because I wouldn't entertain you if you say hi. Because you already saw the full corporate offer, meaning to say you are a buyer. But if you come to Alamina and say good day, hi, to me, I'm going to remove you. I will ignore you. I want you to be professional buyer. I want you to act as a professional. Madam, I saw the full corporate offer. I read, madam. I watch your video, madam. I am the buyer, madam. I have the available fund, madam. I am going to buy 10 kilos, madam. I have fund available. Okay. If you have fund available, show me your business registration. Show me your importation license. Yeah. And you have to introduce yourself. I need to gather your address, your company name, where the gold to be delivered, who is going to receive it, and who is the refinery receiver, and what refinery account you have, because you cannot sell the gold to the refinery if you don't have an account. Huh? And who is your logistic to receive it, so that we can put that on the contract in case the gold will be missing. We know where to find the logistics, something like that. But you as a buyer, you're fond of cutting corner. You are not a buyer. You are just a joker. Yes? We are now on the social media. People knows how to find us. We're not begging here. We're not. We're not hungry here. We have the products. We will let you become hungry. Yeah? You're going to be hungry because your business would not function. Yes? Without the supply, your business would not function. And then you're going to lose customer, because how are you going to make a jewelry if there is no supply? How are you going to refine the gold into 99.99 if there is no supply? How are you going to refine the gold into 24 carats if there is no supply? We have the supply. The seller is the one who produced gold. Gold has many uses. Can you understand my explanation here, Mr. Broker and Mr. Buyer? I think you don't understand. Mahir, you've been watching me, you've been floating around, you've been reading on every page. Please, I want you to comprehend. Don't come to Wilhelmina High, because you already saw my full corporate offer. I put everything. I was the one who put extensively. I was the one who expanded. Okay? So do not come to Wilhelmina, just say hi. You tell me, Madam, I watched the video and I read the full corporate offer, madam. I am the buyer, madam. This is my capital, madam. Our requirement to start with is 10 kilos. If we don't sell 1 kilo here, we don't sell 2 kilos, it's not worth it for you to travel. Yeah? Now, going back to the price. The price today is Sunday, so the stock exchange is closed. Tomorrow is Monday. So we will see on the world market. Now you as the buyer, you are floating around. Go to the world market, www.goldprice.org. You will see the price. Don't ask me, madam, what is the price? The price is in front of you. At the moment, the price is 62,706.49. This is already refined. This is 24 carats, right? Now, without this 24 carats, Without the Dore bar, there would be no 24 carats. This is 99.99. It's already refined. The jewelry manufacturer knows how to make the gold to make into 24 carats. There are 9 carats, there's 12 carats, there are 19 carats, there are 20 carats, there are 22 carats. Right? So don't be confused. You are a gold trader. You buy and sell. If you have a least capital, you wouldn't get the profit. Mhm. At least you get the profit when you order 10 kilos. Now we are giving you less 5%. So on your profit on 5%, you get the profit of $3,000, 135. Yeah, per kilo on the 5%. Now on the first trial, yes, you will not get much profit. But if you continue ordering every week, 25, 50, 100, 300, yes, you will get more profit. But on the first trial, you wouldn't get much profit. So don't expect that you will get the profit instantly if you have a least capital. You wouldn't get it. You will only get the profit a year, 84%, when you continues buying. But if you're a small timer, you keep your money in the bank. Don't be involved in gold business because gold business is a very tricky business. Now, if you're a real buyer, I will consider to give you 8%. Why? Don't confuse on this video, eh? Our selling price is at least 5%. I am charging you my extra service to accompany you so that you will not encounter disaster, so that you will not be duped. I will give you back 3% in total of 8%. If you cannot afford to pay my extra service, meaning to say you cannot afford to buy. Okay? If you have a limited cash, okay, you travel, less 5%. But if there is an issue on the ground, don't come back to Alamina. Wilhelmina is too far to fix it. Too far. I am here in Australia, the extension office of the seller. So which one you like? You want Wilhelmina's extra service to accompany you so that you will not lose money. Because African sellers are very hard to deal with. They will reject you if you keep on bargaining and bargaining and bargaining. They will reject you, I can guarantee you. I've been to Africa. I will bring you to my seller's office. I know my seller's mentality. He's a very hard man because he is in control of his product. He is. He would not barge in. He will only barge in because I work for the company and I will squeeze the arm of my seller to give you a very good leeway. Leeway means give you a very good price. Only if you can afford to pay. But if you cannot afford, how could I give you a very good deal if you don't have the money? And if you're asking C.I.F, forget about it. Find another job. This is not for you. If you're just brokering and leveraging, this is not for you. Now, if you want a long-term contract with us, yes, I can assure you, you will get a very handsome profit. I can assure you, you will get a very good deal and good price. But 3 things I'm going to ask from you after you read the full corporate offer. Send me a formal letter of intent to purchase coming from you as a buyer, stating what carat you are looking for, stating what purity you are looking for, stating which country of destination you come from, stating that you have available fund in your bank account, the value of your order, the value of 10 kilos, stating that you are really serious buyer. Then I will submit your letter of intent to purchase to my head office. I will advise my head office to proceed the contract. You will receive a letter of acknowledgement coming from the head office. And I will countersign that Wilhelmina is the one who interviewed the buyer. Wilhelmina satisfied with the buyer that he produced all the requirements that we need from the buyer. Then we will do the contract. We will send you the contract and you will review it and you will receive the name of the seller, the address, the contact, etc., etc., etc. But I will gather first your vital information. I don't send a blank contract. A blank contract means you are soliciting. We are not soliciting the contract. We're not. I will be the one to gather all your information and then send it to the head office. The head office will review it. Yeah? On the contract, it says that you are buying 10 kilos on the first trial. Second shipment, 20 kilos. Third shipment is 100 kilos. Fourth shipment is 500 kilos. Yes? Then we will discuss that on the second shipment or third shipment, whether we give you a good deal. Now, because it's a big quantity, we will consider on the third shipment, you pay 40% down payment. The 60% you pay when you resell it to the refinery of your destination. But we would like to ask you a full guarantee. The guarantee means that you will not default the payment when the representative will come with you. And the guarantee means you will not harm the seller's representative. The guarantee means that the representative of the seller would be alive. And we will guarantee you that we will look after you when you are on the ground. Because you are going to establish business relationships. So therefore, we will look after you because you are a valued customer. But if you don't show who you are, to me, you're a criminal then. Now, we don't entertain buyers already on the ground. Why? Buyers on the ground are brokers. They're looking for cheap price. And the gold is not cheap. It's not cheap. Our selling price on 5% is 59,571. You're going to say, oh, too expensive. Of course, you're buying expensive item. And if we're going to give you 8%, our selling price is 57,689 on 8%. Wilhelmina would be very kind and generous if you convince Wilhelmina that you are a real buyer. I might consider to give you 55. I might. You don't need to pay taxes. The tax is already on the price. You have to pay the products. Huh? And you pay the shipping cost and the insurance. You pay. And you pay the products. Sometimes we might waive the shipping costs. Sometimes. But it depends on Wilhelmina's mood. Because I'm going to advise the seller, okay, let us waive this shipping cost. The buyer has to pay the insurance. You need to insure it. Because in case the gold will be missing, then you can claim the insurance. Do not ship the gold without insurance. You are buying money, you must remember. You are buying money. So you need to insure, just like when you travel, right? When you travel anywhere, in Dubai, you have to buy ticket plus travel insurance. To me, when I travel to Africa or anywhere, I will never travel with no travel insurance. I'm not. Because when you become sick in foreign country, it's very expensive. I pay premium travel insurance. I don't have any complaint. But you guys, you complain, no, I don't want to pay taxes. No, I don't want to pay insurance. To me, you are really crook. You're a bloody crook. If you come to Wilhelmina, you are bloody crook. Asking C.I.F. Just a moment, someone is sending me. Okay. Okay. So those buyers asking C.I.F, they're scared of Wilhelmina. Everybody knows me. Don't be scared with Wilhelmina because I am helping you not to be trapped. I'm helping you. There's so many buyers has been trapped. So many. Yeah, good evening. Good evening, Mr. Sheikh. Mr. Sheikh, good evening.
Hello.
Mr. Sheikh, good evening. This is Wilhelmina. I'm live.
Madam, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm live. What is the agenda, Mr. Sheikh?
Okay.
What is the agenda?
Well, the market is closed. There is no agenda for today.
Well, yes, the market is closed because today is Sunday. The price of gold is still maintained 62,706.49. Yes.
Gone down, eh?
Yeah. But tomorrow is Monday. Well, almost 63. Yeah. We'll see tomorrow.
No, it's better.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We should
Yeah.
want the buy.
Sorry?
We should warn the buyer. Now is the time to invest.
Exactly. So say something. What did you learn from the voice conference that I have a few 30 minutes ago? What did you learn out of that?
Let's look a buyer.
Why you say the joker buyer? Tell me why.
Any business needs capital. You don't have capital, you cannot make it.
You're right. And what else?
100% C.I.F is impossible.
Correct. So that is the reason why I rejected that the buyer's agent. Yeah. I rejected. She's from Sri Lanka. So anything else to be discussed? I'm alive. Anything you want to ask question?
I just want to warn the jokers.
Yeah?
Just want to warn joker.
And why you gonna warn the joker? Why?
Because they are dreaming.
Yeah. They are dreaming. They think that gold is they think that gold will come to them. Yeah.
They're dreaming for disaster.
Yeah.
It will end up in disaster.
Correct. So is that all that is that all that you want to inform the world that there are so many jokers thinking that they can get gold for free?
Exactly.
All right.
You like it, you pay.
You're right, 100%. In economics, it's saying supply and demand determine the price. In economics, if you don't have the money, there is no supply.
Demand for money is the greatest.
Sorry?
The demand for money is the highest.
Correct. You're right. But anyway, nice talking to you. That at least you understand now the business that it's impossible you will function your business if you don't have the capital. It is impossible to function your business if you're asking C.I.F. It is impossible.
Exactly. Get the loan.
Yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Sheikh. Thank you for our conversation. So, Mr. Buyer, I think I already explained to you on this video. I want you to read, I want you to look at and listen to the video presentation of Mineral Consulting Group of Company and also in Sierra Leone and also on Bamako Mali. When you are ready, you come to Wilhelmina, you place your order. I would like to help you only if you have the cash. We don't ask you upfront because you have not seen the products. There is no upfront. You need to see it to believe it. You need to see it before you pay, bank to bank. So you have to inform your bank that you are going to buy valued goods. I'm going to summarize so that you guys would understand. This gold business is for a real buyer, not for a joker buyer. If you're just a small timer thinking you will get the profit, yes, you will get the profit, provided you have to have a capital. You are window shopping online, you are roaming around from group to group, and you landed into Wilhelmina. because you are scared to deal with other fake offer. That fake offer, you will land it into disaster. I'm telling you 100%. So, I will repeat again. When you read the full corporate offer, pay attention reading. After you read, you send a letter of intent to purchase coming from you, stating the carats and the purity, stating the mode of payment. This is not C.I.F. This is not SBLC. This is cash business. On the first trial, I encourage you to start a trial. Don't dream to a big quantity because you cannot afford. So if a big quantity, if 50 kilos, it's already $1 million. So you don't have $1 million. So you are going to leverage. We don't do business leveraging business here. So I rather encourage you to start a trial 10 kilos, 20 kilos. Yeah. Then it's more easier from your pocket. Then when you bring that to your destination and resell it, you get a profit. Then you increase your order. When you increase your order 50 kilos, we will consider 40% down payment. Then you pay 60% to your destination. We will accompany you. And do not run away when the seller's representative be with you. Don't run away because we know where to find you. Do not run away with the balance. Do not. Because we already gather your information from the contract. And we will know where to find you. So don't run away. Be a professional buyer if you want a long-term supply. So, do you understand that, Mr. Buyer? Very simple. The requirement that we need, it's in here. And the export documentation that you need, it's in here. So, wait until you comprehend, then you come back to Wilhelmina. I don't deal joker buyer. I don't want to deal joker broker. Do not come to Wilhelmina. Hi, hello. My name is not Hi. I'm telling you so many times. My name is not Hi. I will ignore you if you say hi. Why you gonna hide? And you already saw the full corporate offer. This is business. So you're gonna come to my store. This is my store. You're gonna say, hi, Wilhelmina. Hi. Yeah? What can I do for you? Something like that. So, I think I already explained thoroughly, Mr. Buyer. So in Bamako Mali, there are 3 refineries. I have an inquiry about Bamako Mali. DNGM is the government refinery. Marina is a private refinery. KMR is a private refinery. Now, there was a lady from United Kingdom. She's a friend of mine on WhatsApp. She did call Marina because she tried to buy gold in Bamako Mali and she has an issue. She was talking to me last night that she did call Marina. You know how much Marina sell to her? 3%. And Marina was saying to her, before you deal with us, you have to open a refinery account. We don't deal buyers that have no account to Marina. And Marina was telling her that when you buy gold from them, they ask you upfront payment. You have not seen the gold, They will ask you to put money, a deposit in advance. Can you imagine that? Even in KMR, the same. I called KMR. They would not deal with you guys. And if you have an account to KMR, then you are going to buy gold to KMR because you have already an account there. My seller would not deal with the private refinery. Why? There is a reason. We want to export to a direct buyer because that refinery, he has also a buyer. He's going to refine the gold and sell it to his own customer. And that is a competition. So you guys have no idea. Oh, I want to buy gold and bring it to Marina. Well, you buy it to Marina, 3% less. Oh, I'm going to buy gold to uh, to bring it to KMR. You buy gold to KMR, less 3%. Yeah, you do. We don't. If you want to buy, you have the cash. Let us ask it to DNGM. Then you can bring it to Marina. We'll give you 8%. You sell it to Marina of 3%, you still have 5%. Yeah. Mm. So you got my logic here. Now, let's talk about as well in Conakry. Conakry is a very, very strict country. The gold has to be assay at the central bank. You come to the office of my seller in Conakry. My seller is Mineral Consulting Group of Company. You place an order. I will take you to the office. I've been to this office. I already have a transaction successful last year and this year. Right. Your order will be reserved. Come to the office and inspect. You like it? My head office said, okay, Mr. Buyer, here's your order. What would be the next? Huh? What would be the next? Of course, I'm going to say, okay, I will proceed to ask it to central bank. You have to make a down payment. Yes? Your commitment. Then the gold will be brought to the central bank to ASI. There's a cost of $100 per kilo. Did someone advise you like that? None. Yeah? Nobody. So, the gold will be asked to the central bank and the gold stay at the central bank while your payment has been cleared. You have to transfer the payment bank to bank. And your payment goes to the correspondence bank of my seller in New York. Then goes to the central bank. Then the headquarters. Then to the seller's branch bank account. When the payment would be clear, at the time the seller will process and export documentation that you have paid the gold. Does that make sense? Buying in gold in Bamako and Sierra Leone, exactly the same. In Sierra Leone, the gold has to be assay at GGO. There's also a cost of assay report, $100. But what happens if you don't have the money? How are you going to take the gold out of the country? Because you will not get any export documentation that you have paid the gold, that the payment reflect into cash inflow. Without the certificate that the gold is free of illegal activities, without the certificate that the gold is fully paid, and certificate of clearance, you will never take the gold out of the country. So what happened? You failed because you didn't have the money. There was an Indian guy. He came to me. I was staying at Holiday Inn in Dubai 6 months ago. And he wanted to come to Sierra Leone. And he lied. And he said he has a capital of 5 kilos. And he went to Sierra Leone. And he was dealing with the seller. And then he showed me the contract. And I think he was offered $38,000. And I told him, this $38,000, I reviewed the contract. And he showed me over the phone, this $38,000, this is not the price. There would be surprises when you arrive. But he didn't believe me. So, oh, madam, the seller is nice. I said, okay. So what happened? He arrived in Sierra Leone. Disaster. He asked my help. I told him, I told you that I cannot help you because I'm already in Australia. And what happened? I recommend him to the seller. They didn't have the money. And his partner stuck in Sierra Leone. And the seller paid the hotel accommodation. Can you imagine that? It's embarrassing. So, Mr. Buyer, do not travel in Africa if you have limited cash. Do not travel in Africa when you ask for C.I.F. You expect you're going to fail. Expect 1,000,000%. Do not travel if you're asking C.I.F. Do not. Yeah? Do not. Because you're going to end into disaster. Whether you go to Ghana, do not go to Ghana. You will never get gold. This buyer that I was talking few minutes ago, he sent money in Ghana, $17,000. Remember the 4 kilos? The gold didn't arrive in Dubai. And I told him, of course, the gold will not arrive. You only pay taxes. How about paying the gold? You didn't even pay even 2 kilos. Even 1 kilo, you didn't pay. $192,000. You only give the taxes. And that is wrong. That is leveraging business. What happened? He lost his $17,000. Another lady from Florida. She sent money to Sierra Leone. She paid taxes. What happened? The gold didn't arrive. She didn't buy gold from us. But she complained to me, Madam, help me. No, I'm not here to help you. You did not buy gold from us. I only help you when you buy gold from us. And I only be with you when you buy gold from us. Because I'm going to accompany you so that you will not encounter disaster. But if you don't have money, please don't come with Wilhelmina. You go somewhere else. Yeah. I'm not going to beg you to buy gold from us and diamond if you don't have the money. Then you're going to expect my services for free? No. My services is not for free. No. So I think I already explained it to you guys. So I hope this video, this is my office. Can you see my office? I am here to tell the world, to advise the buyer, there is no way you will get gold C.I.F. There is no way. Just imagine this American guy. The buyer, an Indian buyer, I already rejected the Indian buyer. And he said, Madam, I will deal this buyer is BLC. Until now, the contract has not even completed. He kept on calling me, Madam, what to do? I said, I told you that this buyer has no money. I rejected him, and then you said you will handle it. I'm not going to mention this buyer, this buyer's agent. He lost money in Uganda, limited cash. Now he wanted to recover his losses, and I mentor him. What happened? This Indian, I told him, don't believe on Indian. I don't believe it. I wouldn't believe an Indian buyer unless the Indian buyer can show me the proof of fund. Yes, I'm sorry if you're watching me, Mr. Indian buyer. If you don't like Wilhelmina, well, that's not my problem. I would really believe you if you're a buyer. Show me that you have available fund in your bank account. I will believe that you're a buyer. But if you don't have available fund, I'm sorry. Go somewhere else because I don't believe that you're a buyer. You are just a bunch of time waster. You are going to leverage it. Then you will get the handsome profit. And my seller is working so hard under the heat of the sun. And he's paying his worker, he's feeding his community, and you are sitting in your chair. Excuse my language if you're sitting in your ass. Yeah? And then you expect the gold to come to you. And then when you resell it to the jewelry manufacturer, and when you resell it to the refinery, and you will get the handsome profit, my goodness, you are crook then. Believe me. That's why Mr. Sider said, Madam, you're too cruel. I said, yes, I am cruel to be loved. Yes, I am. That is why my seller hired Wilhelmina. That is the reason why. Do you think my seller would hire an immature? This is $1,000,000 that we are selling to the world. I'm sorry, guys. If you come to Wilhelmina, you will not get gold from us. If you hate my guts, well, thank you very much. I am not here to make friends. This is money. You must remember. You're buying. He who has the gold makes the rules. The government is making the rules, not you. Don't make your own rules. We will believe you if you're a buyer, that you show me the proof of fund, then I will believe you're a buyer. Then you can get the supply. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening. Thank you and God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow.